Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck is going on? I have a bunch of comedy dates coming up. I'm on a full-grown tour. The end of that tour, I'm going to tape my next Netflix special. I got momentum right now. This weekend, I'm going to be in Utah. I'm at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City. All that shit sold out, though. And then the next available dates are August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. August 3rd, I'm in Sacramento. August 4th, I'm in Seattle. And in the 5th, I'm in San Diego. The first shows are sold out, but there's still tickets for each one of those three shows for the second show. JoeRogan.net/tour for all the upcoming dates as well. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by LegalZoom. LegalZoom is an awesome way for you to take care of legal issues online without actually having to go to a lawyer's office. There's a ton of shit that you can do now through LegalZoom that you would ordinarily have had to make an actual appointment and go to a physical location and, make time out of your busy day because you're doing it during business hours. You don't have to do that shit anymore. LegalZoom is available 24/7. You can do it from the comfort of your own home whenever you want to do it, and they can do almost everything. You can even get a divorce on LegalZoom. You can form an LLC. You can establish a corporation. You can form a last will or a living trust. Lots of advice or lots of information and lots of resources to start businesses. Over 1 million Americans have used LegalZoom to start their business, including one of my companies that I'm involved with, the big one, Onnit.com. We started out with LegalZoom. That's how we formed our first LLC. But LegalZoom services actually go well beyond business formation. They built a nationwide network of independent attorneys who can provide legal answers to the day-to-day questions you have about your business. Trademark shit, employee laws, lease agreements, all that stuff can get fucking complicated. You don't have to waste your valuable time trying to wrap your head around all of it. Go to LegalZoom.com and you can focus on growing your business instead. Also, you can get legal help you need without being billed by the hour, since LegalZoom isn't a law firm. So you get upfront pricing. Go to LegalZoom.com today and be sure to enter the code word Rogan in the referral box for special savings. That's LegalZoom.com and enter the code word Rogan. We're also brought to you by Audible. Audible, which is the internet's leading provider of audio entertainment. It is a service that I use all the time. They have hundreds of thousands of audiobooks. It's fucking amazing. You will literally never run out of shit to listen to. It's an unmatched selection of audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more. And you can get a free audiobook with a 30-day trial at audible.com/Joe. It really is an amazing resource, and it really is one that I use all the time. I love audiobooks. I love listening to them when I'm in my car. It turns what's a normal, everyday bullshit trip, it turns it into an educational or an entertaining experience. I'm a big believer in them. I love them. And again, you can get a free audiobook with a 30-day trial by going to audible.com/Joe. A book that I would recommend that I just got done reading or just got done listening to is one of my more recent guests. I'm trying to do it a second time. I'm going to go back into it. Sebastian Junger's Tribe. Fucking great stuff, man. It is a great book. And again, go to Audible. Audible.com/Joe. 30-day free trial and a free audiobook. Another book I would recommend, my friend Sam Harris's book, Waking Up. It is an excellent book. It's an excellent suggestion. I really enjoyed that book as well. And if you want something a little more lighthearted, my pal Bert Kreischer, his book, Life of the Party. That's another excellent suggestion, Bert Kreischer. All right, audible.com/Joe. We are also brought to you by CW Hemp, Charlotte's Web Hemp Oil. This is some shit that I take every day. It has all the benefits of cannabinoids and not just a single compound like CBD. It does not get you high. It does not get me high, but I've talked to somebody that said it got them high, but they might be high. They might be crazy. I don't think it's supposed to get you high. I think it's just providing you with relief of inflammation. It helps people with mild anxiety. It has neuroprotection. It helps you with your blood sugar balance and antioxidation. There's a bunch of like really good benefits to hemp oil. It's just a really nutritious, beneficial plant, and they use the entire plant. Charlotte's Web hemp oil is they make it with the Stanley brothers from Colorado, who have been featured on Dr. Sanjay Gupta's show on CNN. They talked about the impact that hemp can have on health. It's something that I take every day. I take Everyday Plus and Everyday Advanced. Those are the two different ones that I alternate with. And you can go to cwhemp.com and save 10% off Everyday Plus or Everyday Advanced with the promo code Joe Rogan 17. So go to cwhemp.com, and again, you can save 10% off Everyday Plus or Everyday Advanced, and those are the ones that I take every day with the promo code Joe Rogan 17. And that's it. My guest today is a good buddy of mine, a brilliant guy, an interesting guy, and he almost has too many different job titles to name. He runs a vineyard, Caduceus Vineyards, which produces amazing, delicious wine. He runs a restaurant in Arizona. He runs a jiu-jitsu school, and he's also the lead singer of Tool and Pussifer and A Perfect Circle. He's one of the few guys that I know that actually makes me feel like a lazy fuck. But he's awesome. Give it up for my friend, Maynard Keenan.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
What's it called again? What's the gym called?
Verde Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So Verde Valley BJJ.
And what town is that in?
Old Town Cottonwood in Arizona.
So you essentially like invested and built a gym out there so you'd have a place to train.
Basically, yeah.
That's such a smart move.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to drive hours to go somewhere.
I mean, there's Megatons down south. There's a bunch of places down there, but they're just, it's, a 2-hour drive. There's also Ted Osborne. Osborne Jiu-Jitsu has an academy there.
When you decide, like, where you're going to live, when you decide where you're going to, like, decide to spend all your time, like, do you ever go, what the fuck am I doing in the middle of nowhere in Arizona?
I'm maintaining peace of mind, and I remind myself of that right away.
So that's like essential. It's planned out in the sense.
Yeah. Just that isolation a little bit, just to be able to unplug and reset. I think just my introvert nature, I need that time. I need that introspection. I need that moment. Yeah,
because for you are kind of an introvert, but you're also kind of an extrovert. I mean, you're the lead singer of Tool. I mean, it's not like, I mean, you can only be so introverted and do what you do, so you have to kind of like fluctuate in between. It's a
balance, but I need to recharge. I need to unplug and go back and recharge, and then I can go back out and do that.
A lot of people never figure that out, right? They just kind of burn.
They burn the fuck out.
Yeah. How'd you figure out to not do that?
First couple years of being in LA, realized it was just such an energy sap. I needed to actually literally go someplace where there were very few people.
Yeah, that's the move, right? God, I always keep thinking I should do that. Every time I go to some small town, I'm like, this is probably the way to live. Just like know the people around you, live around a few thousand people, have a grocery store.
That can backfire too.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, small town drama, big town drama. It ends up being the same thing, but it's not a stranger yelling at you, it's your neighbor.
Well, I think the small town drama is better if there's a college in town for some reason. Right? Like those places like Boulder, or there's a bunch of cities like that. Like Bozeman, Montana is a good example. Mm-hmm. There's these places that are like, they're not big, but the university somehow or another balances out the intellectual vibe of the town.
I could see that. Yeah, I like Boulder.
Yeah. Boulder. I wonder what Boulder's like now in the height and fury of social justice warrior online activism. I wonder if Boulder's gotten weird. I haven't been back in a while. Because every place has kind of ramped up that shit over the last few years.
You get me okay on this? Yeah. Right.
Dude, you sound beautiful.
Can you hear me okay, Connor?
He's got Conor McGregor standing right in front of him for advice. So if anything goes south, Conor doesn't have his fuck you pinstripe suit on, though.
He's got his fuck you attitude in his fists right now.
Did you see the press conference?
No, that's one of those. I was trying to find what's the edit to like watch that thing rather than this. There's so much streaming going on. I had no idea.